Ladies and gents, welcome to Six Figs. I'm Kyle, and in today's video, we're talking about Definity Internet Computer, baby. That gets me fired up to be back because now we can start covering what's going on in the ICP ecosystem. It's been a crazy couple months for me. I've been flying out to LA on a couple occasions. I have been in Las Vegas. We have been sitting down with people like BitBoy Crypto Wendio, Bitcoin Renegade, Jordan Mack, a mysterious hacker, to tell the story of ICP and how I was able to discover that Sam Bankman-Fried had used FTX to try to destroy the ICP launch. We'll talk about all that in just a second. ICP Community Conference has an SNS launch proposal, which is live right now. It looks like it's going pretty good. 18% yes, 2% no. These things, folks, always change at the very last second. All these SNS proposals, things like that, the whales usually come right in at the very end, and this thing could fluctuate greatly. So it all just depends on the powers that be right now and what happens over the next 2 days for this. So I'm not really paying too close of attention to this right now, but in 2 days, I'll be looking at this a little bit closer. Ben Armstrong, BitBoy Crypto, has Catching Up to FTX, which was just released. Now, I happened to be mentioned quite a bit in chapter 12 right out of the gates, and this is directly relating to my film, right? Because Ben and I worked very closely early on, like 8 months before FTX even collapsed, to bring the crookedness of FTX to light. But I got the book here. Of course I got the book. But, it just is what it is. The first person to reach out was a supporter of the Internet Computer Protocol named Six Figs. See, you're going to have to get this book, guys. I'm telling you, chapter 12 is the best chapter of it. It's a great book, actually. There's a lot of things that I learned. You can find this on Amazon. You can find it at Target, Walmart, eBay, your mom's house, baby. Now, I've uploaded Cracking FTX, the world of a weaponized crypto exchange. And really, this will air on May 11th, which is Saturday. I think I set this to go out at like 11 a.m. or something like that. But you can catch the premiere on the ICP Community Conference YouTube channel or Twitter. I'm sure they'll be sharing it. So make sure you check that out. I think it's Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, somewhere in that time frame. They'll release hard dates and times here in a couple days. But if you miss that, I guarantee you this will be the best 31 minutes of your Saturday as far as consuming crypto stuff. Definity is celebrating ICP's 3rd anniversary beyond the block. Join our conference for a chance to win a trip to Definity HQ in Zurich. So submissions were due 2 days ago, but good luck to whoever wins this, because that would be pretty sick to win a trip to the Definity birthday party on May 23rd in Zurich, Switzerland. So this is really a good thing. It is what it is. Noble Blocks, folks. This is a project that I am super bullish on. This is like decentralized medicine, science, research papers, things like that, all fully built up on the internet computer using the IC as a cloud service that is decentralized. So they are not relying on Web 2 or anything like that. And they are dealing within the Ethereum ecosystem, stuff like that. So, chain key ETH, baby. We're seeing this in real time happening. ICP is being used for what it's, designed for. They also welcomed a new developer to the team on Noble Blocks. We'll cover them on the charts as well. You know, the markets, folks, have been kind of 50-50 the last few days, and we'll talk about this in just a second. And this, folks, is why it's so important for all of you guys to really follow me on X, right? So you got to follow me on X at Real6Fig. April 9th, a month ago, we could be seeing an insane cup and handle forming on the ICP weekly chart. Price action still too far from the 50 moving average and Ichi cloud. If this rips off, we could be looking at a $150 price tag going into the end of the year. And while I do still think that is possible, you know, I've been telling everybody for the last month, don't be afraid if we start to see these $12 price tags, which we did just see recently. We saw some crazy stuff going on. We had a wick down to $10.75. So right now, you know, we are seeing, you know, this accumulation phase here within the charts. The one thing I'm a little concerned about here, though, is the fact that there could be somewhat of a head and shoulders pattern that is playing out on the daily. We could see this 50 moving average come down like this, and this would be the bearish scenario for what's going on right now. But if that happens, we'll get a death cross. We'll probably see some retests of these $10.60-ish levels, something like that. But I'm hoping that we see a little bit of a rebound here on the daily chart, maybe something like this, and we'll see this price kind of wiggle its way back up to this $20 range, which would be absolutely awesome. What's going on with this for the 4-hour chart? Well, I mean, we're seeing a squeeze happen. How do I know that? Well, we can see the price squeezing. Excuse me. Got to get the old lungs fired back up for these videos. I haven't done one in like 2 weeks, a solid one. But we can see that price was swinging wildly, and now it is consolidating into this squeeze. So my prediction here is within the next week, we're going to see ICP really make some moves here. The best thing is that we've got going is that we are seeing these lows continue to get higher. So the second that stops, you know, the second I'll have some concern. We're seeing these highs, you know, continually get higher. So I'm hoping that we get a little bit more of a reversal here, maybe some bullish sentiment. Again, like Bitcoin just had the halving, and it's never really been too bullish after halvings, right? It just, historically, it hasn't ever been bullish after the halving, unless you're going to play like the 6 month to a year game after that. Let's look at Bitcoin here on the Coinbase chart. And the last halving was in 2020, here, somewhere right in here. And you can see that price just kind of traded sideways. There was another one in 2016. Price just kind of traded sideways. But each time, you know, after a handful of months, we saw the price start to take off. So, you know, it might still be a little bit before we start to see things really rally. In addition, you know, Bitcoin took off out of the gates. These pullbacks are necessary. If you look at how many pullbacks Bitcoin has had, especially in the previous years that it's gone on these massive bull runs, we'll just pull up 2019. We'll look at the 12-hour chart. Here we go. So this is what I mean. So we had that great little crash of 2020. I mean, there were so many little pullbacks. It wasn't even funny. You can see some here. Here's some more. That's what Bitcoin does when it runs up, is it just continues to pull back. And really, when it comes down to it, it can pull back 50% sometimes and then make new all-time highs. So, I mean, it's a crazy world that we're living in right now. One project, Noble Blocks, that I mentioned earlier, they seem to be doing okay. They had something terrible happen to them. Basically, what happened was there is basically it is a trusted custodian named Hedgie that basically holds all of like the seed round and VC funding and things like that. And that thing got hacked. It wasn't anything to do with Noble Blocks. The team didn't have anything to do with it. It was a flaw in Hedgie's code. So basically a hacker sold off like $4 million worth of tokens or something like that. And you can see that price ran all the way down to 0.0011 because of it. So the price is kind of working its way back. I am hoping that this thing is going to turn around here soon. They are working on their dashboard and things like that, but I'm still bullish on this project as of now and just kind of waiting for some updates to kind of come to light. But yeah, I mean, ICP, for the most part, I do think that we're going to see this thing squeeze into that pattern that I was kind of telling you guys about. And we're just going to have to play the waiting game, unfortunately. Let's throw up a little Fibonacci time sequence and see if we can figure anything out here. Okay, I'm not really seeing anything. I'm going to try this once. Try this swing low here. Nothing really there. All right, here we go. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is watch out. Maybe we'll go here. Watch this date and time for a potential reversal or escalated volatility. Saturday, May 11th, 7 a.m. Take out your phones right now. Plug that in. And also, let's just keep this one on our radar. Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Time on the Wednesday the 8th, tomorrow. So, I mean, short term here for ICP, we are kind of seeing this little bit of a falling wedge going in to this date. So let's just kind of wait and see what happens with that so far. But guys, we are going to be hitting ICP, all the cryptos hard going forward because I'm done editing. I'm done filming that documentary that I had mentioned earlier. So love you all, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.